Hi, this is Crystal with Girl Meets Kingdom, and today we're just going to briefly talk about what if it doesn't happen before the end of this year. What if it doesn't happen in 2022? And excuse me for how I look. I have had to blow dry my hair because I'm getting my hair braided tomorrow. So I just wanted to come on. It's not about me. So I just have this word. I just been thinking about this lately, and I know that some of you probably feel the same way. Is what if it doesn't happen before the end of 2022? And what am I talking about? Well, that promise, that one thing that you have been waiting to come to pass. You received the word, and you probably received the word that it was going to happen in 2022, and you have held on to your faith all the way until now, November. And now you probably are waiting anxiously to see, will this come to pass? Well, I'm with you. And I'm preparing myself in case it does not come to pass before the end of 2022. So in 2021, that's when I originally received the word about my marriage promise, having a kingdom union that's purposeful, a God ordained marriage. And I met my future husband, and then we were separated, and here we are. And each month that would go by, I thought, okay, surely it's going to happen this month. Okay, next month. Okay, next month. Okay, by the summer. Okay, before this. Okay, early fall. And now here we are in November, and all I can say is by next month. The problem is, I don't know if it's going to happen by the end of 2022. When I thought it was going to happen by the end of 2021, I had faith. I held on until the last possible hour. I brought in the new year at my church, and I was waiting for the miraculous to happen. I thought, I don't know, maybe we won't actually get married, but he's going to reach out, come back. I'm going to run it to him. He's probably here at church somewhere. I just knew something was going to happen. And I remember bringing in the new year, and nothing happened. And I was devastated. I brought in the new year so upset with God. I had to hash it out with God. I asked God, how could he do me like that? How could he lead me to believe that it was going to happen in 2021? And it did not. I'm like, God, you got me out here looking crazy. I was telling people that it's going to happen, it's going to come to pass. Even though he was, my spouse was nowhere in sight, I had faith that it was going to come to pass. And so when it did not, I didn't even know I didn't know what to do, how to handle that, how to move on. I thought maybe I got the promise wrong. Maybe I heard him wrong. This has all been a deception. The devil has deceived me. I didn't know what to think. I went into 2022 just thinking I didn't have a marriage promise. And my church went on the Daniel fast, a corporate fast. And during that time, that's when I just really petitioned the Lord, and I cried out to the Lord. And I denied myself pleasure foods because I needed answers. And the Lord answered me. And he made it clear that he never told me it was going to happen before the end of 2021. That was me cleaving to words. That was me watching YouTube and hearing the YouTube prophets or prophetic voices say, it's going to come to pass this month. It's going to come to pass by the end of the year. And then when it did not, instead of being upset that I was fooled by these people, I was upset with God. And so he made it clear that he never said that. And I didn't go to him to to test the word, to test the spirit. I just grabbed that word and ran with it because I like the sound of that word. I like the sound of me getting married by the end of 2021. And so as we moved on to 2022, I'm sure that you all heard that this is the year of the bride. This is when the one becomes two, you know, and I've been very, very hesitant to grab onto any of the words because I'm like, what if it doesn't happen in 2022? But I just felt like this is the by this time next year that God was referring to. I felt like 2022 is definitely the year. With all that I've gone through, me holding on to this faith, me holding on to this word, the wilderness, the development, the training, the pruning, I feel like it's going to happen. But every month that goes by, I try not to grow weary. But we don't have that many more months to, depend on. It's one more month. And so I am preparing myself that even if it doesn't happen in 2022, God is still good. I still have my marriage promise. I might not know exactly when God is going to bring it to pass, but I trust God's timing. And no matter what happens before the end of the year or what does not happen by the end of the year, my development, my relationship with God, that can't be taken away from me. That's priceless. How I have grown, how good God has been, that's priceless. That's priceless. God is still good. So although, yes, I would love for the miraculous to happen, and God is able, if that is his timing, what? A day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day to our Lord. He can make it happen. I have no doubt that he can make it happen. I just want to make sure that it's his timing and not my time. And that's how we're let down, because we set our expectations on God, our fleshly expectations, our timelines. We project that on God. And we're like, meet this demand. And when he doesn't, we're upset. But when we say, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, his will, that comes with his timing. And so we can't just say, let your will be done with just the marriage, but it doesn't apply to the actual time. That's not how it works. So we have to just let God's will be done and trust him. But again, will you still continue this journey with Christ? Will you still love Christ? Will you still serve him? Will you still obey him? Even if your marriage doesn't take place in 2022. That's something you need to ask yourself. Because if not, that means that everything you have done it to receive something in return. You've done it to receive a reward, and that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do it because we love God, because we fear God. We respect him so much that we want to honor him and do what pleases him. We want to follow his rules for us. That's why we're supposed to do it. We have to make sure our heart is in the right place. I know last year when it did not happen, I had a heart check. I told God, I've been doing all of this. I've been staying pure. I've been doing this, and that. And you mean to tell me I didn't get my marriage? It's not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to be. And so I just came to just give you a food for thought. is, what if it doesn't happen in 2022? Because when we see these words on YouTube, or if someone gave you the word, if you received a revelation, what if maybe we got it wrong? Maybe we didn't get the promise wrong, but the time. Just maybe. I'm not saying we did, but I just know how we set expectations, and then when they're not met, we're mad at God. And I don't want us to go in 2023 mad at God. I want us to go into 2023 trusting God and knowing that He will bring it to pass. So even if it doesn't happen in 2022, God is still good. I love you. Take care.